Hi, it's Leonie West from Westalee Design, and I'm going to show you how we use our Spin-e-fex number 4 template. This is our 3.5 inch Spin-e-fex. They come in 3.5, 5.5 and 11.5 inch tools. The tool is marked with lines, and these lines are what we're going to use to rotate around. I have marked my block with crosshairs, taken the key out of the tool, and I'm going to place the template around the foot. I'm then going to put our key back in place. The reason we have a key is because I might want to do free motion quilting inside this template once I've sewn it, and I don't want to be breaking my threads, so I can take the key out and remove the template and keep sewing. So holding our tails again, making sure they're out of the way, I've lined up the line with my crosshairs, and I'm going to just sew around this template. You can work from left to right or right to left, whichever you prefer. And we're going to sew around, and we're going to stop where we started. Stop with your needle down. Turn the template. I usually turn 180 degrees to the opposite side. I'm making sure I'm lined up here and here. And turn the template again. Sew around the template again. Once we're back at the beginning, we're now going to turn 90 degrees. So keeping the needle down, turn the template, make sure we're in line, and sew stopping back at the beginning and turning again. Keeping our template aligned again. I'm going to stop here, take the template away. So I'm going to remove the key, take the template out of the way, and I've done 4 rotations. I'm now going to continue. I wouldn't normally take that template away. I just wanted to show you that that's 4 rotations. Put back down. Key back in place. I've turned 45 degrees and I'm lined up again. Stopping, rotating the template. Back into line. And we're back in the middle. And this is Spin-e-fex with 8 rotations completed, and it's up to you whether you want to use 4 rotations, 8 rotations or 16 rotations. The more rotations you do, the more dense your quilting will be. I have the Spin-e-fex lined up on the stitching line, and I'm only going to sew half of this Spin-e-fex. So I'm going to go up, I'm going to stop at my stitching line, needle down, move my template up, keeping my lines in line with that stitching line. I'm going to sew another half Spin-e-fex here, and this could be a treatment on a sashing or on a border. coming up to the top again, and so the next one. I'm up the top here. What I'm going to do is actually bring my threads up, and I'm going to sew the other half on this side. With the Spin-e-fex in line, I'm going to sew up the other side of the Spin-e-fex. So this is the other side of my border. So I've just flipped the template over to be in reverse. Stop with your needle down, line it up. Stop again, move the template up. So Spin-e-fex does not just have to go round in a circle. It can be used on borders. We're going to stop here. So you can see that you can use the Spin-e-fex to create a border or a sashing, and you can then fill this in with straight lines, or you can fill it in with our 4-inch arc. I'm going to fill it in with the 4-inch arc now. I've drawn a line through the centre of my sashing. The reason for this is I need this centre line on the arc to always be in line with that. I'll show you why in a moment. We're going to stitch inside this arc. This arc measures the same inside and outside, so you could go from one side to the other. I'm going to travel backtracking around here, and I'm going to do a 1/2 inch spacing between. So when I look like I'm close to a 1/2 inch here, I'm going to stop. Keeping my needle down, I'm going to align the line on the template with the stitching line, but I'm also making sure that that centre line is in the correct place. Get to the next one, stop. I'm going to backtrack along here again. The more you backtrack, the better at it you will get. Keep going a little bit further. So I'm just using my template as a guide to tell me where to stop. It's touching the edge of the foot. I've got my line in the centre. If I move that template with my line not aligned with the centre line, you can see what's happening here. My stitching line won't be parallel to the one before. So if you want to have arcs that sew parallel to the arc before, draw a reference line through the centre of where you're working. When you get to the other one, stop. We're going to travel again. Lining up again, need to come down another stitch. Making sure that stitch line is in line with the line on the template, and my centre line is in line. So we've nearly sewn our arc inside our sashing. We're just moving down. You may need to make one more stitch when you align with one line and the next, making sure that you keep that centre line in line with the centre line. It could be the edge of a border or a block that you're lining up with. You just need something to keep you running straight.